All right, Chris, it's time to do a Rumble.
It's Royal Rumble time. This is the CKCC Royal Rumble series. We have a lot of these planned, by the way. So, not just during Royal Rumble season, but we're going to do a lot of these throughout the year. And maybe some other fun matches, too.
We're in St. Louis, Missouri.
I've been there.
I do love how they fired this guy, but they kept him in the game, so they go, every time we see your face, it's very far away.
Royal Rumble match!
Yeah.
Now, the two superstars
He's just explaining the rules of the Rumble.
Two will start the
Over
reign
the
at
top
the same
rope,
time.
both
Other
delicious
superstars will join in the order they drew.
Delicious.
This will continue until all 30 superstars have entered the ring. Eliminations occur when you are thrown over the top
Chris,
rope
what's the
with
gimmick of
both
this
feet
Rumble?
landing on the floor. The last superstar in the ring.
This is a
will be
Rumble of all
declared
the previous Royal Rumble winners.
and will go on to face the champion
So
of their choice.
you're going to get to see everybody who has ever won a Royal Rumble match. And we're going to talk about them as they come out. And what makes them so significant to the Rumble. We got entry number one on the way.
Introducing the participants.
Lights are going out. It's Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Oh!
Weighing
So,
in at 200
he's the winner of the first ever Royal Rumble, which was only 20 minutes. It was on a USA special. So, nothing was on the line. It was just a proof of concept from Pat Patterson to Vince McMahon.
And I remember Jesse the Body Ventura was very unhappy that this is the guy that won.
But wasn't earlier that show was when Dino Bravo tried to set the bench press record?
Yes. Or actually might have been the main event now that I think about it. Or the Jumping Bomb Angels were the...
Jumping Bomb Angels.
But yes, Hacksaw Jim Duggan was the inaugural winner of the Royal Rumble. So there's only going to be one person who can claim that in history, and Jim Duggan's the man. Now we've got entry number 2 coming out now, and this sounds very apropos, I believe, Dan.
Oh, yeah?
Who entry number 2 is going to be. You see, Hacksaw Jim Duggan won the very first.
It's Big John Stein!
From Los Angeles,
This man
California, weighing
won
in
the second
at
Royal Rumble.
366 pounds. Big
He was
John
also the first person to ever win
Stein.
from the number 27 spot, which, as you know, became a meme in a way. Because
I remember for a year or two it actually changed from that spot being the most percentage. Well, I mean, now we've just had 2 30s in a row, so...
I think we've had as many 30s as we've had 27s at this point, so we'll discuss them as they come out here.
I wonder what the mean is versus the median.
They've done that stat before. Number 4 is the least likely spot to win the Rumble at, and I forget what the most likely one is, but it's not one of the standard numbers. Somebody with way too much time on their hand did this. This is a size battle here, because Stud's so much bigger than Duggan, but at the same time, Duggan's laying it in thick.
Duggan put the footballs.
He sure did. Big John Stud and Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Number 3 coming out in 5 seconds.
Big John Stud taking a whooping.
Yeah, he is good.
Jim Duggan. Here comes number 3 is Lex Luger. He was the only co-winner of a Royal Rumble in history.
But he lost his title match.
He lost his title match. In the 1994 Royal Rumble, Luger and Bret Hart's feet touched the floor at the same time. They both got title shots against Yokozuna at WrestleMania 10. One was victorious, the other was Lex Luger.
The other was the total package.
Made in the this looks like made in the USA. Luger.
Oh, he's got that. He's got that hands on. Here comes Vincent Kennedy McMahon from 1999 in a mess of a Royal Rumble, and then just didn't take his title shot.
He had one elimination all night, and it was the only one that counted. But he's just tossing Big John Stud like he's nothing.
Daddy said so.
No, well, okay, well, this man is now selling his knee that Lex Luger just flipped. Vince McMahon, 1999, widely considered to be possibly the worst Royal Rumble in history.
It's all storyline. It's all Attitude Era bullshit storyline in a Rumble match.
Here comes Braun Strowman, the winner of the greatest Royal Rumble, the only Royal Rumble. 50 participants. happened in Saudi Arabia.
The very first Blood Money show.
Yeah, Greatest Royal Rumble was the first Saudi show. That was before they coined it Crown Jewel or whatever else I think there's another name that they have.
Well, they just had like straight up, was it Elimination Chambers? They had a straight up
Yes. Yes, Braun did win the only 50 man.
Yeah, and he broke the eliminations record.
Indeed. Here comes Alberto Del Rio.
Winner of the only 40 man.
Winner of the only, the biggest canon Royal Rumble, if you want to take that route there, because that one actually did let him a title shot. However, Del Rio was glorious against Edge.
Edge through the next night retired because of a broken neck.
And Lex Luger has been eliminated by Big John Studd.
First one
huge scoop slam
Lex Luger
over the top rope. Del Rio now getting worked over by Studd. Strowman taking out McMahon in the corner. And here comes The Rock.
New smell. Year 2000.
And then he took on, he was in the Fatal 4-Way, the main event of WrestleMania 16. I'm going to emphasize that, WrestleMania 16.
It was the 2000 WrestleMania.
Although I will be very impressed if they do make it that far.
I mean, do you know what the issue with that WrestleMania is during the blurring the logo phase?
Oh, God, yeah.
The W on that WrestleMania was the logo. Vince McMahon is gone.
Mr. McMahon.
Studd and Duggan team up to eliminate Vince McMahon as Cody Rhodes makes his entrance.
He wants to finish the story, but I don't think he's going to do it.
Stranger things have happened, but not in 2K Rumbles, that's for sure.
Not 2K.
Cody Rhodes entered number 30 and went on to main event night 2 of WrestleMania against Roman Reigns, but did not finish the story. However, he is declared for the 2024 Royal Rumble, which as of the time of this recording has not aired yet. So maybe in a couple weeks, if y'all are watching this, we'll be saying something different about Cody.
Oh, speaking of WrestleMania.
Speaking of Roman Reigns. Well, Roman Reigns has only ever won one Royal Rumble, 2015. I was there in person for it. And although he has set previous records before in Royal Rumbles, the one that he won was really nothing all that special. To be perfectly fair.
That's the one that they brought the Rock off.
Yes. And Roman was not victorious in his title match because Seth Rollins cashed in and made it a triple threat. And Cody's eliminated.
Comes Shinsuke.
Shinsuke Nakamura won the 2014 Royal Rumble. 2018 from number 14.
He won the Rumble. It was the first women's Rumble. Was on the
Yes, was the true main event. Was the first women's Rumble. Shinsuke took on AJ Styles at WrestleMania that year, and then
hit him in the ding dong. Got DQ'd.
They made a dastardly, villainous turn.
Although the heel remix was famous.
Angry Japanese men screaming
King of Strong style.
For good music, I'll say. Strowman about to body slam.
Another Osaka Street Fighter. Brothers would get his ass beat, but he keeps rolling into the corner.
Like Rock's chances there. Oh, look who's coming out, Dan.
Number 11, it's Pat Patterson. He never won a Rumble.
He did not, but there have only been 29 male winners in Rumble history. So we gave the number 30 spot to the man who started it all. He does is take out Braun Strowman.
Braun Strowman.
First thing he does is take out the guy that won the 50-man. Good for Pat Patterson.
Pat Patterson, his entire career was the one who booked the Rumble because it was his idea, and they were just like, you do it because it's fun.
Yes, and he's made so many great moves there, and he's one of the most respected men in all professional wrestling when it comes to just brilliant wrestling minds.
Even retired Patterson. You gotta come back.
I think Pat more than earned his for this event here, this gala event of previous winners to see who the greatest previous winner of all time is. And he's only number 11. We still have quite a ways to go. Quite a number of big events we haven't seen yet.
Jim Duggan's still in the along with Big John's head.
It's Latino Heat.
So Eddie Guerrero, he didn't win a Rumble.
He did, but he also didn't. Eddie Guerrero competed in a 15-man Royal Rumble match that main evented an episode of SmackDown, with the winner getting a shot at the World Champion, which at the time was Brock Lesnar, and Eddie... Or not... yeah, he got the shot against Brock, and went on to the next pay-per-view. It wasn't chambered yet, I think still No Way Out. Yeah, they went the street sign. And he beat Brock Lesnar in a huge profile match and got to go in to WrestleMania as champion and defend against Kurt Angle in a phenomenal match.
Just like WWE will never tell you the circumstances of that title change, just the fact that anyone...
Yes, they conveniently leave out the interference.
Goldberg interfered.
And Pat Patterson on the roll here just took out Hacksaw Jim Duggan. So he's targeting all the people with history. First, he got rid of the guy who won the greatest Rumble, and he got rid of the guy that won the first one. Well, this was Pat Patterson going to go on from number 11 and win the all-time Winners Rumble.
That was like Hanukkah's mom.
Oh, I just saw another elimination over there. Was that, who went out? I believe that was Alberto Del Rio that we saw.
It was Alberto. See him
Yep. I believe that was Shinsuke Nakamura who scored that elimination.
Roman's up
Eddie
top.
Oh.
Could have just slapped him.
Pat Patterson takes down the tribal chief.
Pat Patterson's the heads of the table.
Did Pat Patterson put himself to this? Right, here comes one of my all-time favorites, Bret the Hitman Hart.
Shinsuke's on!
Nakamura brutally eliminated by Big John Studd there, just tossed him like a ragdoll. And now he's ragdolling Bret Hart.
So we talked about Lex Luger was the winner.
Yes.
He went on to actually win this title match.
Yes. He had a but what everybody sometimes forgets is the phenomenal opening match against Owen Hart, one of the greatest wrestling matches. Up there is one of my personal favorite matches. Here comes the Undertaker. The man, the first one who ever won from the number 30 spot. The Rumble started in 1988, and it wasn't until 2007 that we got the last person in to be victorious, and it was the Undertaker. And I believe Bret Hart has taken out the Rock. Rock eliminated by the Hitman. Roman Reigns going after Pat Patterson there. And Bret's trying to get rid of Big John Studd now. Eddie working over the Undertaker. And here comes Sheamus, winner of the 2012 Royal Rumble.
15 seconds.
Yes, and then he went
on to Roman
Reigns.
Pat Patterson.
Well, Pat Patterson must have booked himself to be eliminated by the head of the table.
That's like the Madman Pondo's own company putting himself to leave.
There have been cases where promoters book themselves to lose. That is a thing that's happened. It's not a common thing that's happened, but it is a thing that's happened. It's Seth Franklin Rollins. Waluigi laughing all. Seth Rollins enters the fray. He won the 2019 Royal Rumble, which I feel kind of guilty of, Dan, because when I was doing the list for all the previous Rumble winners, that was the one year I couldn't remember who won. And I felt kind of bad. And did he just go right out?
Roman Reigns.
Oh, Roman Reigns is out. I thought I saw Rollins.
Yokozuna! The first one to actually win the title shot.
Yes. 1993. One of my least favorite spots in wrestling history because I love Macho top 10. And he's very stupidly went for a pin. And
Macho Man's also eliminated himself in the Rumble before too. So.
Yes. So when it comes to Royal Rumbles, I sometimes will just ignore my fandom for the Macho Man because it's, spoiler, Macho Man not in this match because he never won.
He was always too dead set upon it.
Yes. And let's not discuss Yokozuna's WrestleMania that year because if that match had main evented, it would have been fine. But then along came Hulk Hogan. And now comes Drew McIntyre, probably the most unfortunate one.
Just because he wins it and 2 weeks later the World Shutdown.
There's no fans.
His title match happened in front of 0 people.
Yeah, it was like a 2-minute title match. It happened in front of 0 people. So Drew got his opportunity, but although his Rumble wasn't bad because it was the Brock Lesnar showcase when first Brock was just dominating people, and then out comes Drew, and Drew eliminates Brock. Throws him out, and that's when I was like, Drew's winning. As soon as he did that, like, this is it. This is Drew's here.
Irish curse breaker. Crap, it's broken.
Yeah, isn't that the gimmick? Is Seth Back's broken?
He's still world champion.
He sure is. Yes, and Eddie Guerrero gets involved there. So we
have 8 men.
We got Bret Hart, we got Yokozuna, we got Undertaker, Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, Seth Rollins. We lost track. Eddie Guerrero.
Big John Studd, still in for number 2.
Yes. He's the earliest guy in there. So maybe he's going all the way.
And for a 2K,
that's a big deal. Taker, instead of going for eliminations, just tosses Drew.
The outside,
he almost paid for it. If Sheamus didn't get involved there, would take it over. And I think Taker just saved Eddie Guerrero. Eddie's about to get tombstone. Almost are fun to call even IRL, but like, they can get very chaotic at times, as you can imagine. Oh, Nicholson just tossed it.
You just hit a rock. John Studd just hit the rock bottom.
The range. Would it be a big stud? Bottom?
Sheamus is gone.
Eddie Guerrero takes out Sheamus.
Has been eliminated.
Look how strong Drew is. So strong.
There are a couple of Royal Rumble winners where I go, in retrospect, they probably should have done it differently, and it's usually a case of, well, that guy didn't need to win twice or something. Like we talked about that, a couple of 2-time winners we'll talk about later, but Sheamus is the one where I think they made the mistake by not pulling the trigger for Chris Jericho that year. However, and there goes Rollins.
Has been eliminated.
Look what happened. It made Bryan Danielson one of the biggest names in wrestling. So, hindsight being 20/20 and all that, Seth Rollins is not too thrilled about being thrown out of here. No more evil Seth Rollins left.
Upside down. He's not up still.
Taking just can't get the final blow there. Here comes Rey Mysterio.
Hey, look, Eddie gets to watch him. He's right there. Eddie's right there.
Yeah, Eddie and Rey get to compete together. Ray won in 2006 from the number 2 spot.
And if you ever go back and watch it, it's worse than you remember.
The actual Rumble? Or
the Eddie exploitation is worse than you remember.
Oh, the Eddie exploitation was terrible. It won the Wrestling of the Year.
If you ever go back and watch it, it's worse than you remember.
They were so depressed about it that they didn't put any pictures of the induction. And Taker almost gets eliminated by John Studd. Here comes Chris Benoit. Now, I will talk strictly about Chris Benoit, the wrestler, and for all these projects, actually. If you're uncomfortable, I understand that, but we're doing this strictly based on wrestling history.
Yokozuna got rid of Ray.
Yep. Yes. Well, I was doing my explanation there. Bye-bye, Ray. And Drew's out. Chris Benoit won in 2004 from the number 1 spot.
Man, the Big Show last with the kids.
Another one of those finishes that they said in retrospect they probably should have done differently because they should have let it come to bent on angle instead of Big Show, because everybody knew Big Show wasn't going to win. But, you know, again, hindsight being 2020. I've watched the 2004 Rumble probably a lot. I don't think it's the most frequent one I've watched, but it's up there. And do you know what happened in the 2004 Royal Rumble, Dan? Ernest the Cat Miller came out and had some of the red up. And Big John Studd eliminates Benoit. And here comes the first man to ever win the World Championship in the Royal Rumble. The Nature Boy, Ric Flair. From number 3. I almost said number 93 from number 2. I've already made that mistake once. Getting the numbers.
Hey, it's Taker and care of business.
I would say that Ric Flair, the 92 Rumble is my all-time favorite Royal Rumble. Probably the best booked Rumble in history as well.
And Big John Studd's gone.
Bret Hart just manhandles Big John Studd over the top rope.
He was number 2, and he got eliminated right as number 20 was coming in, which of course is Hulk Hogan, two-time winner back to back. Neither of them had a title match.
Yes. Do you remember who the last 2 eliminated in those Rumbles were, Dan? One of them was Earthquake. The other was Kurt Hennig.
Also, actually, Hulk Hogan's the reason why Ric Flair wins.
Yes, he is. Which is another thing that they conveniently leave out at points.
It's Edge.
Now entering the match is Edge, 2-time winner, 2010, and then again in 2020 at the Thunderdome Rumble. He did win from the number 1 spot, but there were no fans in the building to see it. 2010 Rumble was one of those weird Rumbles where I thought terrible, but I really liked the winner. So I don't often go back and watch the whole match, but I do watch the finish.
That's John Cena.
Ah, yes. The very first Rumble I ever attended. John Cena won from the number 30 spots. He was a surprise entrant.
Yeah, because he wasn't supposed to be back until SummerSlam.
And yet, there he was. That was a legit surprise, though, and a very cool moment to witness. He then won again in 2013, last eliminating Ryback. And then he would go on to face The Rock for the big rematch that I was in attendance for both Rock Cena matches. The first one, a classic pro wrestling match. The second one, garbage. Guess which one Cena won? Eddie Guerrero eliminates Bret the Hitman Hart. Man, imagine that match, Bret versus Eddie. Whew.
I wonder if it happened in the
Good question. We'll have to research that. I'm sure one of our listeners will be more than happy to tell us. Yokozuna tried to get out The Undertaker. That did not work out very well. I think Yoko's currently the MVP. Yoko or Eddie, I think. They're the longest people in there. And Richard Morgan Flair. Taken out by Hulk Hogan. I understand the complaints about the Ric Flair actor in the Iron Claw. However, as I've said, I really don't think you were going to get anybody to really capture the essence of Ric Flair, so I think the guy they got did the best with what he was. Oh, Yokozuna just took his back off and trying to hit the Undertaker. I like that Edge just got in there and just started railing on him.
And we're going to get another tombstone.
Here comes Randy Orton, 2-time winner, and Edge just freaking powers like Yokozuna over the top rope.
So I've been watching the big thing that recently happened is man, shot way into the AA.
Randy Orton won 2009 and 2017.
It was 09 he had stablemates, and they were on board of doing everything to help him win.
Yes. One was Cody, who was eliminated earlier. So old Brock Lesnar comes out now. Brock Lesnar won in 2003 and 2022. Brock Lesnar Royal Rumbles. Of course, he went on to face Kurt Angle in the main event. Died. And then still very cringy to go back and watch.
And he wasn't a freak of nature.
He 100% was the number.
Instead, he was just kind of fun.
The number 27 spot goes to Big Dave Batista. And Batista won the 2005 Rumble and then the 2014 Rumble. Where one of them, he was a heel and got cheered, and the other one, he was a babyface and got booed. And Undertaker eliminates the Hulkster.
That doesn't work for me, brother.
Yeah, you gonna tell the Undertaker that? I don't think. You know he tried that story, right?
He did it.
He told Taker that. Yeah, he told Taker that he heard him, and Taker believed him for 2 years.
Until they finally watched the match. And he's like, "Oh wait, I did it perfect."
But that was the old wrestler trick, you would say.
Oh, you almost hurt me, brother. You just owe me for the rest of your life.
It's okay, kid. It's the business, and then they'll do whatever you want. They'll do a spot for you if they feel guilty about something they never did in the first place. We never got the big Batista Lesnar payoff. They met in the Royal Rumble, but that was it. Edge just eliminated Cena, which I believe he also did to win the Rumble that year. Here comes Shawn.
Shawn, my God!
Back-to-back winner. Randy's gone. Shawn won 95 and 96. Of course, everybody knows he won 95 from number 1, but it was also much shorter. And Edge just eliminated Brock Lesnar. Now Shawn going after Edge. So we have enough spots here to fill up our Rumble and get our last 2 entries out.
Oh my God, electric chair drop!
I'm the Undertaker. And of course, we all know that Shawn's 96 win led to the boyhood dream comes true, the big Iron Man, the Hitman Hart, which I know that some people say is still not very good. I still think it's one of the better Iron Man matches in history.
It's one of those ones where, as time goes by, stuff will come
right, but it's still very good. Yes. Back-to-back. A 2-time winner who won 2002. Then main event of WrestleMania, won the Undisputed Championship. And then in 2016, he was entry number 30 and won the whole thing for the title. Edge my dude, I wouldn't be showboating right now. So one of these men is going to win this, including the final entry.
So who has not? Stone Cold! Stone Cold! Stone Cold!
The only 3-time winner of the Royal Rumble, still to this day, and a stat that I
he was eliminated. He was eliminated.
He also should have won 99, realistically.
I mean, yeah, and the thing is, like we talked earlier about guys who won the Rumble. Austin, I'm pretty sure deserved all 3, and he probably deserved the
98 is the one that's the big Steve Austin win, though, because that's where he went on to face Shawn in the main event with Tyson and led to the WWF dethroning WCW, and that was it after that. Triple H just got a little old school there from Undertaker. So one of these 7 men is going to win the whole thing. Who's it gonna be? It may not be The Undertaker.
It's not The Undertaker.
Not The Undertaker. Batista makes sure it's not The Undertaker. So we've got...
Can you stop with the hot shots and throw them out?
We got Stone Cold Steve Austin. We've got Edge. We've got Shawn Michaels and Eddie Guerrero. We've got Triple H and Batista. All prominent winners in Royal Rumble history. And Eddie is about to take out the game.
Triple H has been
Tito Heat
eliminated.
eliminates the game. Triple H is out of here. We're down to 5.
That's always good, because Triple H is always a pain in the butt.
Dan, we're down to 5. What does that mean?
Jesus! They're wild. What are you, blind?
I get tired of that. For newer listeners to our content, should we explain what that is? Because I doubt everyone knows.
It's the most famous moment in CZW history. When Hate Club reunites and attacks Sean Zandig at the end of the show. And so they're trying to cut a promo for the TV show to start the TV show. And Zandig is just out of his mind. Even more so than normal. He gets asked.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a.
He gets asked what just happened, and then he says, "What are you, blind? Jesus! 5 of them. Hey Club is dead." And he's trying to get himself out. He's like, you're dead, you're all dead.
So when we do wrestling content on this channel, anytime it's a 5-way or 5 guys are becoming the thing. So now you're all in on the joke, folks.
Oh, Batista Ball!
Go back and watch that clip, by the way, 'cause it's friggin' hysterical.
This is fake UTV.
I like that Austin just pulled Shawn off the ropes and just friggin'
He
dropped
just
him.
got thrown away and tried to stun Batista. Execution!
This could be Eddie Guerrero's night. He's the survivor here. But yeah, one of these men is going to be the greatest Royal Rumble. And I don't mean the 50-man from Braun Strowman, who's been eliminated a while ago. I'm talking, they are the winner among winners. The winner is you. And what I want to do, Dan, is I want to keep track of all the men's rumbles that we do. And when we have 30 winners, when we have 30 winners, you know what we're going to do with them, right?
Oh, we're going to rip off an hour of the Royalists.
The Royalists, exactly.
Oh my God!
Now,
no! Shawn Michaels!
Are you playing favorites there, color analyst?
No, it was really close.
You sound like you were unhappy about that elimination.
It would have been crazy if he got out there.
Yeah,
He was a run-in.
I like the generational battle here, right? Because there's Austin and Michaels on one, Edge and Batista on the other, who are kind of somewhat from that same generation. Because Edge rose to prominence.
Mid to late 90s to the mid-aughts.
Well, Edge had been there longer than Batista, but Batista got the title before Edge. Shawn, of course. We can go back and watch. We're gonna do some sims of actual Royal Rumble, where we're just gonna put all the participants in and completely randomize it. And we're gonna go through the history annals and do that. Now, of course, we're gonna come to some ones we can't fully emulate, like ones with women, because the game won't let you do that. Ones with 40 men and 50 men and everything, or some weird entries. But we're gonna find some workarounds. We'll explain when we get there.
Education!
Don't you worry. This is the final 4 right now. We got all wrestlers that I like to some degree too. Not that there was really anybody that I generally hated in this match, but
Didn't like Batista during
I went hot and cold on Batista for a little bit. It took me a while to get into him, and then I was really into it for a while, and then I kind of softened on him, and then he made the big run with Ray, where he became evil Batista, and then I was like all on the Batista train again.
See, because when I came back to watch him, he was just SmackDown flavored John Cena. He's doing the exact same thing John Cena's doing. Batista! But on SmackDown.
Stunned. And Shawn is out.
Been eliminated.
Batista just violently eliminated Shawn Michaels. We're down to 3. We've got Edge, we've got Batista, and we've got Steve Austin.
Edge in control here.
This could be Edge's night if he's plays his cards right, or yeah, he's fighting back. Edge ain't done yet. Now Austin. Ugh, that'll hurt you.
That Manhattan's out.
That'll hurt the boys.
Stunner!
Stunner!
Oh my God.
And he's literally stunned. He was stunned. Oh God, Batista just dropped Austin on Edge. And Edge is stunned. Batista's got him. And I don't like Edge's chances here.
Oh, he's stunned still, so he's super good. Can you get it together just in time?
He might be going out here. He does. Edge is
Poke of the eyes.
Edge is the comeback kid right now.
Oh, he just sails over the top.
Eliminated.
So it's Edge and Austin. What a final 2.
I mean, Austin, not surprising, but Edge had some work, you know. He's a 2-time
And
winner,
it's
but he
over.
was a...
And this is one of the cases where I wouldn't be upset if number 31, but... And...
Is he gonna powerbomb him over the top!
Boom! And the winner comes up before he even finished the power bomb because they knew he was done.
Here is your winner.
All right, the 3-time winner of the Royal Rumble, 97, 98, 2001, Stone Cold Steve Austin wins the previous Royal Rumble winner, Rumble. All right, so that is our Royal Rumble. Folks, join us next time for another exciting Royal Rumble. Will there be 30, 20, 10? Will it be men? Will it be women? Will it be wrestlers? Will it be pop culture icons? I don't know.
I don't know.
We need the Man Mountain Rock picture where he's shrugging.
Can they afford to pay me?
But we'll be back. Check out all of our cool content on CKCC Video and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already.